Today we are going to interview an actress who has made a remarkable performance in Indian cinema. Yes, Madhubala. Let's find out what she's doing nowadays. People remember her for her remarkable performance in Roja. So let me first welcome you, ma'am, and want to say thanks to you for giving your precious time, as you have made a remarkable mark, in the Indian cinema, and you were always known for your performance, that unforgettable for all generation, Roja.
Thank you.
We want to start with that, that feeling, which comes, ye hasi wadiyan. That still comes to
Absolutely.
your mind, ma'am, when this song comes around till now, when you heard this song.
I have to tell you something very honestly. When I kind of left the industry in about 1999, when I got married, I decided that I'm done with film industry. And I fully, my heart and soul, my physical, my emotional, mentally, I got involved into my family life. I got married, and soon after I got my babies. And I even forgot I was an actress when my children were growing up, and I used to go to their nursery, KG, primary school, secondary school. I just became this very mother. I was just a mother and a wife, and I used to go, leave my children, pick them up. I not once saw, let me see my old film, let me see what dance I have done or what song I sang. I just completely forgot about it. Then as my children, started growing up, and I felt that now I'm not required like a 24/7 mother, feeding my children, bathing my children. When I started feeling that, immediately I started feeling like an artist, and I said I have to come back. And I have been doing small little bit roles for the last 10 years, even after I've come back, very tentatively leaving my children back home. At that point, when I started work again, every time I would go to a set, or I would meet a producer, I would meet a young director, or anybody, because most of the people I'm working with now are in their 20s. The industry has become very young in terms of age. All my directors are in their 20s or early 30s. There are ADs who are in their 20s and 30s. So I am the eldest now on the set. And all they remember me and they respect me. Some of them have not seen many of my work, but they've all seen Roja.
I know.
As young as they are, the new generation, they've all seen Roja or one or two of my films. They may not have seen the other 50, 20, 30 films I've done, but everyone, even the newest, youngest AD or a director or a producer, and then they come to me with all the respect and love in their eyes. And that is what Roja is special for me. That even though I've done Roja 30 years ago, in 1990, 1991, and today we are in 2020, and in between for 10-15 years I did not even work. I was far away from the industry. But even today, if people remember me, if people give me the love and respect, it is because of Roja.
I know.
So yeah,
we can't
so
forget
even
that
today,
movie. It's remarkable.
that Hasi Wadiyan. Sorry, even today when when there are such amazing songs done by Anushka Sharma or Priyanka Chopra or Deepika Padukone or Alia Bhatt, or in the South we have Samantha and Shruti, and so many young girls who are doing such amazing work. But my Roja songs and my performance still keeps me in people's memory and keeps me relevant. So yeah, talking about Roja, that is what Roja is for me.
Childhood memories you have shared with your daughters, and it was always your dream that you wanted to be an actress?
Yeah, always. The reason for that is my mother was a fantastic dancer, and she became a dance teacher. First, she was a performing artist, Bharatnatyam, and then she became a teacher. So as a little girl, I've seen my mother dance all the time. And then Hema is my cousin.
Yes.
So, and I'm very close to her. As family, we are very close. So growing up after school, every day I would go to Hemaji's house, and I used to see different producers sitting, her dress trials, and sometimes she's learning dance, sometimes she's they're just movie industry. I have seen people like Ashok Kumar ji, Sanjeev Kumar ji, Dharmender ji. I've seen Rekha ji, Dimple Kapadia, all of them sitting in Hema ji's house. So I have grown up with that feeling of dance and music and art world. Then my father became a producer, and he made a few movies. Marg and Avargi had Mahesh Bhatt as directors, Anil Kapoor, Govinda, Meenakshi Seshadri, Vinod Khanna, Anupam Kher. They were the actors. So as a little young girl, I used to go to the music recording. Anu Malik was the music director. Anu Malik used to play his tunes to me.
Wow.
He used to say, I love that you love music. So do you like this tune? So it was like he came to make me listen to some tune, and he would ask me, do you like this tune? And I will say, yeah, yes, and not yes. And then he would create a song. So this is the life. I used to sit, my father, I used to sit in music recording where Lataji was singing for Lakshmikant Pyarelal for my father's film Do Dishaएं. Then I would go and sit in Anupam Kher in a Mahesh Bhatt set where the actors are all. Meenakshi Seshadri loved
Meenakshi
reading.
Shetty, yeah.
She used to love reading Mills and Boons. And I used to read Mills and Boons. I used to collect those Harlequin romance books and Mills and Boons.
Wow.
So she would borrow from me, what book are you reading today? Can I read? So it is just a natural instinct that I wanted to be in that environment. I did not even know, Neha, I didn't even know how much effort it takes to be an actress. I didn't know how I had to train myself, dance, what I had to learn, how I had to look, how I had to slim down. I didn't know these things. But the instinct in my heart is that this is the place I have to be. This is where I belong. And even when I quit the industry, and I'm so happily married by God's grace with lovely family, lovely husband, lovely children, very soon I wanted to again be in that place. Whether it is for 1 day, 2 days role, 3 days role, I just wanted to be back in the world where people are creating and acting and directing. It is in my soul. So then I understood whether I'm an actress or I'm not an actress, whether I work or I don't come back to work. I don't know, but I will always be an actress in my heart.
Wow, that's true. What is your inspiration of your life? Like, there was a one actress you said that Hema ma'am you were being following from your childhood as you were very close to her. So any inspiration actress you used to admire her and used to copy her, used to do some things we used to do in front of the mirror. Have you tried doing and shared with your daughters these kind of small memories? Sweet memories they are.
My children make fun of me. So
they watch your movies?
I'm little bit, actually my children are my amazing teachers.
Okay.
Why? Because they keep me relevant. When I do something, they say, Mama, you're so old-fashioned.
Okay.
And actually, because they find me old-fashioned, I have become very relevant and current. I keep up with what is today's world.
Trend, yeah.
What does Anushka wear? What does Alia wear? What is today's world? How do you act in today's times? Because we've become very globally connected.
Yeah.
In Netflix, you're watching all the shows. We are all very international now. In 1990s, we saw English movies in the cinema, but English movies were not into our living room.
Yes.
Today we switch on with Netflix. We are looking at all the actors, web series, So acting has become not Tamil people act like this, Hindi people act like this, Hollywood people act like this. It's not like that. Now everybody is watching, even Tamil. I see all Tamil movies on web series and on all the platform. Tamil is in fact more international than Hindi.
Telugu
so
also.
My children,
Telugu movies. You're doing Telugu, watching your Telugu movies?
Telugu, I watch it all comes in dubbed version.
Yes.
And I watch, even yesterday I watched one Telugu film which was dubbed, which had Tarak and Rakul Preet, and I have done a guest role.
Okay.
I never saw my movie.
Oh.
In Telugu, I think it's called Nannakku Premato or something, no?
Okay, yeah.
There was a film that I did 4-5 years back. I shot in Spain and I had a guest role. I did Jagapati Babu's wife. It was a guest appearance, and I finished it and I never got to see because I don't particularly follow Telugu. Okay. But because today on OTT platform, all the movies are either dubbed in all the languages. So I saw this film. It is a Telugu film which was dubbed in Tamil, and I saw it. Tarak and Rakul and I loved myself in it. And
you
that
feel
is the
so
first
good.
time
Your
I
kids
saw
must be
myself.
watching you also, your daughters.
Yeah, they see me and they like me now. They find me, they are my biggest critic. when they like me, I feel the happiest because they are young generation and they love all the young people. If they don't like me, I get my criticism from there. If they like me, I feel very proud.
But we were just talking, we were just asking, you have done anything in front of the mirror? Actress you have followed, we were asking you.
Yes, I had a strange fixation. I used to dance like Sri Devi ji.
Oh, wow.
She was not even a trained dancer, if I'm not mistaken. But her expressions, all those things she did, I used to stand in front of the mirror to see how
so
do
cute.
I look.
You're looking so cute.
Her expressions, I try to follow. And I was a big fan of Madhuri Dixit's dancing. Yes. I think she was brilliant. And Sri Devi was brilliant and Madhuri was brilliant. So I would try to see what is different about them. Their expressions were different, but they were both fantastic. And I would try to see how that works. And then I used to I used to try male actors.
Oh, wow. That is an interesting point.
Anil Kapoor always walked
Oh, my God.
He used to walk like this.
This is the first time
so
an actor is copying actor. good one.
Because you see, it's very easy to do feminine because I am feminine.
Yes.
I am a girl. And it's very normal to copy Hema Malini, Madhuri Dixit, Sri Devi.
Yeah.
Because but there are certain things that you get like Amit ji. I used to try to copy Amit ji.
చిన్ని చిన్ని ఆశ చిన్నదని ఆశ ముద్దు ముద్దు ఆశ ముత్యమంత ఆశ.
So ma'am, you were just saying about Amit ji and you used to copy. So we just want a small dialogue, that feeling, right now, if you can just say one line.
I would copy him not like a mimic.
Okay.
I want to make that clear. I'm not a mimic artist.
Yes.
So when I copy them, I don't become a mimicry artist. But there is something about them that it would come from my subconscious.
Yes.
And then when I'm performing, I would use it. Now, just to quickly, if you're asking me to do Amit ji, I can't remember any dialogue of his film right now. But it's just like, रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं लेकिन
बस इतना ही बहुत है.
It's just, like Rekha ji. I thought Rekha ji, she copied that bass dialogue delivery from Amit ji, which is what I tried to do. Okay. I would go very close to the mic.
Okay.
When I was dubbing, my good friend Ramya Krishnan always used to tell me, she tells me that my performance, if it is 50%, she says after dubbing it becomes 90%, 80%, 100%. Oh. She says, I really love the way you do your dubbing. So a lot of people have appreciated my dubbing. It's because that is what I used to copy from Amit ji and Rekha ji. I learned the technique that you go very close to the mic and say, रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं.
Wow!
लेकिन
a big clause of. See, my hands cannot stop clapping.
It's not like रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं लेकिन नाम है शहंशाह. It's not that. It's
I loved it.
रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं लेकिन नाम है शहंशाह.
Madhu ma'am, you are awesome. You're awesome. See, some legends have some. You said that it is in your soul. Actually, it is in your soul.
Thank you.
That's true. So, ma'am, we just wanted to, let's come back to the Telugu cinema. You have done a wonderful performance in Telugu cinema. Do you remember your first day working for Telugu cinema? These are the very beautiful memories, right? When you got your first offer.
I think my first Telugu movie was Allari Priyadu. If I'm not mistaken.
No, you're not mistaken. So what was your...
because you see, I focused so much on Hindi and Tamil in those days, and Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu, because language was my barrier. Okay. And I always thought that if I don't know the language fluently, I'm not my best there. Because for an actor to express, you can't concentrate on the lines and then do good performance. So I was always feeling that restriction when I did Telugu. But Raghavendra Rao Garu paid me a huge compliment one day. There was this scene which I had with Dr. Rajshekhar in one garden, and lot of struggling to memorize, then people helping me, prompting me with the lines, and that whole dialogue we are talking while walking. Doctor and myself, Rajshekhar and myself, we were talking the lines while walking. And then as soon as I finished my shot, I went and sat next to director Garu, Raghavendra Garu. And he told me, tell me, Madhu, you don't know the language. How do you get the correct pause and the correct expression? Dubbing artist will do a fantastic job, but you get the meter right, you get the length and the expression right. How do you do it? You know, at that time I must have laughed. I don't know, but I remember Director Garu telling me that. How do you get it? So again, it's an instinct, Neha. I think whether I know the language. So today, now this is, I'm talking about 30 years ago, right? Or 25 years ago when I acted in those movies. Today, I've grown up as a human being, evolved so much that I believe I will never say, now I do Tamil and I do Telugu with equal interest. I do Kannada with equal zest. I do Malayalam. If I've said yes to a movie, then I know I can do it well. At that time, I was this young, innocent child. You know, I wanted to do a movie with Ramya Krishna and Dr. Raghavendra Rao Garu. So I said yes. But today, I know, even though I'm not fluent in Telugu or Malayalam or Kannada, I know that if I do today, I will do 10 times better. Wow. Better than the artist who really speaks the language.
We have just heard that you're coming back again with so much big something big projects is coming up.
Yes, I'm doing Talevi, which we are shooting
Clapping.
in Hindi. And
this is a clap for you. We are happy that you are in this movie.
I'm doing Talevi, which is being shot in Hindi and Tamil and going to be dubbed in Telugu. And right now I'm doing a lot of projects actually in Hotstar in Hindi. I'm doing Malayalam. I'm just waiting for one more Telugu film, and I want to work. My dream is to work with two actors whom I watch a lot.
Who are
Pawan
they?
Kalyan.
Oh.
And I want to do a proper role in Tarak's movie.
Wow.
Even though I did, there's Nanaka Premato, and I loved it. I loved the movie also. I know it didn't do too well, but I just loved the action. I loved the dance. I loved Rakul Preet. I loved myself in it, and I loved Chow, Jagpati Babu. So I would like to do a movie like that with the same actors with a stronger role. And Pawan Kalyan, I just find him very, very easy and very good. So I would like to do a film with him.
Very soon.
And that's my dream. That's what I want to do in Telugu.
Very good. I mean, we will see it. And you're already tied up with so many big projects. Madhu ma'am, as you know, festival season is on. So how you're celebrating and get excited when the festival is on? How you celebrate?
Now, Navaratri is going on.
Yeah.
And I love to pray to Ma. I love to, every day there's a different color, though I don't know the details. But Bombay is going crazy. All my friends are doing amazing things with the daily Durga Puja. And unfortunately, this year there are no pandals and we are not going to any pandals. But last year I went to Calcutta to see Durga Ma. Then I went again to see Kali Ma. So this Navratri, and in Tamil, in Chennai, they have golus.
Yeah.
You know, so I see my cousin, my aunt, which golu is nice, who is looking nice, who is wearing what power. It's a big thing. Golu is a very big thing. Here we used to have dandiya. When my children are now not with me, they are in London. They were in Bombay. We used to do dandiya party.
Yes.
Every year, one day, and the whole of my friends would wait for, and we'd make new clothes and dance.
Yes.
Garba and dandiya.
And the Dashera is on. Dashera.
Yes.
Nice, very nice. The flavor of festival is on. And ma'am, when you heard, as being a part of this Bollywood industry being for so long, when you heard so much is happening nowadays, news come in, how you react to it, how you predict? Somewhere you get, oh my God, why this Bollywood is getting into all this stuff? Your daughters ask
I feel sad, I feel sorry. And I want to tread very carefully here before I make any comment. I will not say that all news is lies or all news is rubbish. There are some dark elements. and that can do better with some help, and some things can go away from,
Yeah.
some habits, and some things can change. But this kind of slinging and this kind of shame was not required. At the end of the day, we are talking about actors and directors
Yes.
and creative world, and I felt very sad that some of the names were being dragged. And even if it is true, then it has to be done in privacy. I would suppose you want to punish somebody, those people should be called, warned. It has to be done in a lawful manner, and I didn't like that they had to be exhibited like this on television channels, in the name of news. So I felt very sorry. And I'm not here in any debate.
Yeah,
I don't want somebody jumping on me and saying, oh, you're supporting drug habits. I'm not supporting anything. What is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. But sometimes news, nowadays especially, is becoming too overwhelming. And even if it is true, so much of truth is not required in our daily life, into our bedrooms and into our living rooms. It's not required. So I don't switch on the TV, and especially I don't switch on the 9 o'clock TV.
And your daughters has approached you that they wanted to be in this field. Have they approached?
Yeah,
Sometimes they have
both
expressed
of
their
them at
views.
different. Yes, both of them at different times have told me, but and I told them that I will definitely help them. I will introduce them to the people I know. Mani Ratnam sir will be the first one.
Okay.
I'll say, sir, you gave me my biggest hit, and my daughter. So I mean, I would do that. But right now, they both are quiet because they both are preparing for their big exams. One is preparing for university exams, and one is preparing to go into university. So the focus is all there.
It was wonderful talking to you, ma'am. We had a really good time. I think the time constraint and lot of things you shared with us. We want to do more interviews with you, but I just wanted to end up with one nice flavor. You sing very well. You are a very creative person. एक लास्ट का एंडिंग मधु मैम की आवाज़ में तो होना चाहिए. I mean, you have a good passion about the music.
Yeah, I do. I love singing, but suddenly, sir, the words don't come.
हिंदी सॉन्ग रोजा का तो खैर फॉरएवर ही है. वी ऑलवेज रिमेंबर यू हसी वादियाँ. इट गेट्स द फ्रेशनेस. So sometimes you have tried गुनगुनाना and all that.
Yeah, let me sing my Dil Jale song.
Oh wow, we'll end up with the nice song. Something
1
positive
minute.
song.
Let me try this, okay?
Please do that.
शाम है धुआं धुआं, ओ शाम है धुआं धुआं, उलझी उलझी सांसों से, बहकी बहकी धड़कन से, कह रहा है आरज़ू की दास्तां. ए शाम है धुआं धुआं, मेरे दिल पे जो लिखा है वो तुम्हारा नाम है. मेरे हर नजर में जाना तुमको सलाम है. मुझको तुमसे प्यार है, मुझको तुमसे प्यार है, मुझको तुमसे प्यार है, हाँ प्यार है. Na na na.
Wow,
So let's.
we also love you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I had a wonderful time, and more interviews we will going to do, and I want you to come back to Hyderabad soon, and we should catch up. I think we
Thank
should
you,
catch up
Neha.
first. And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, ma'am.
Be
Thank you.
happy, stay blessed, and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Madhu ma'am. Thank you for talking to us.